Good morning, everyone. Is my screen is visible for everyone? So last session we had started the part one, right? So here we done the topics are like first one we done the class and object, and then we done with the types of variables. Okay. So in the last session, so last two sessions we have done these two topics: class and object, types of variables. Okay. Today we'll discuss very important and very interesting topic, that is the methods. Okay, types of methods. Okay, so we'll try today's session with the types of methods. So before going to start the types of method, we need to aware what does it mean by method. What does it mean by method? So we'll try to understand what does it mean by method, and then we'll go with one by one. The first thing is, what does it mean by method? So generally the methods are used to perform some operations. Okay. The definition for the methods is, methods are used to methods are used to perform some operations. Perform some operations. Okay. Okay, what kind of operations it perform? Like in the last session, previous session, we had done with one example, like if you want to send the amount from PhonePe to PhonePe, whenever you are clicking the some send option, then internally one method will transfer method will execute, and what the transfer method it will do, it will debit amount from some specific person, and it will credit to some specific number, right? So here the transfer method which is used to sending the amount from one account to another account. Okay, one account to another account. So the method purpose is that one, methods are used to perform some operations. And what is the syntax while writing the method? Syntax for writing the method basically. So whenever you are declaring the method, we need to follow the syntax. Is the first one is the return type. First one is the return type. Okay, second one is the method name. Method name, and how to take the mention parenthesis, and from here to here, this is the scope of the method. This is the scope of the method, and here you can pass the parameters. Okay, parameters you can take 1 2 3, like this, etc. While declaring the method syntax, we need to follow some standards. What are the standards? We'll see one by one, then we'll get the clarity on it. So first step is, so whenever you are declaring the method, return type is mandatory. Okay, so the first step is, return type is mandatory. Return type is mandatory. Return type is mandatory. So if you want to declare the method, return type is mandatory. Okay. Next point is method name is also mandatory. Method name is mandatory. So without method name, how will you declare? No, mandatory. Method name is the mandatory. So here in the return type, if the method don't want to return, if the method don't want to anything, if the method don't want to return anything, then you should mention void as the return type. If the method don't want to return anything, don't want to return anything, don't want to return anything, then you should use void as the return type. Void, void as the return type. Are you guys clear with my point? Void as the return type. If the method don't want to return anything, if the method has to only perform some operations, then we will use the void as the return type. Void as the return type. So this is the two steps, and the third step is, so parameters. Parameters are mandatory or optional? Parameters are optional. Parameters are optional. Are you guys clear with my point? Parameters are optional. Okay, and then parameters are optional. This is the syntax for the method declaration, return type, method name, parameters, and parameters are optional. Parameters are optional. And the fourth point is, if the method has the return type, if the method having the method having return type, return type, then then the method has to return the same value. Return the same value. Are you guys clear with my point? Next statement is return statement should be last line of the method block. Return statement. Return statement should be Return statement should be last line of the I can say last line of the methods block. Last line of the method block. Are you guys clear with my point? So I will see with some examples. We'll get the clarity on it. For example, now I am taking this is the data type, right? So data type, and I am taking the M1 method, and then from here to here I am closing the curly braces. Now you guys tell me, this is the valid or invalid? This is the valid or invalid? If you come to here, so according to my rules, first statement is the return type. It is having the return type or not? Yes, it is having the return type. And second one is the method name. My method name is the M1. Method name is also having or not? Yes, it is having the method name also. Okay. Third one is the parameters are optional. So that's why I'm not taking any parameters. Now this is valid one or not invalid one. This is the valid one only. Okay, this is the valid one. You can remember the shortcut like is if you whenever you are declaring the method, these three are mandatory. These two are mandatory. You can remember return type RMP like that you can remember RMP like that you can remember return type, method name, parameters are optional, but these two are mandatory. These two are mandatory. Okay. 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 Fine. This with respect to without parameters. Now, if you can observe, I am taking one more method, int m2. Okay, here I am passing some parameters. I am passing some parameters that should be int a comma int b, and here what I am doing, I am int sum equal to a plus b. I am doing like this, and then so if I mention like this, then it is the valid. Hmm? This is the valid. If you read this line, if the method having the return type, then the method has to return the same value. The method has to return the same value, right? Now, so according to this statement, so you can tell me the answer. My method is having the return type is my method is having the data type is int data type. Then it has to return integer as the output. Okay, so if the method has having the return type, then the method has to return the same value, and return statement should be last line of the method block. Okay, this is also mandatory step. This last statement also mandatory. Okay, whenever the method is having the return type, so last line should be the return statement. So return, and then you can mention enter, you can mention sum. Okay, this is the thing. Are you guys clear with my point? If the method has return type, then the method has to return the same value. Now you can see the method is having the data type is the integer, then the method is also returning only integer data type only. Okay, and return statement should be the last line of the method block. Are you guys clear with my point? Okay. This is also mandatory step. So in case of methods, we need to remember return type, method name, parameters are optional. If the method is having the return type, then the method has to return the same value, and the return statement should be the last line of the block. So these all the points you should keep in your brain. Okay, these all are very important points. Whenever you are going working on the methods, these all are important points. Points also very easy. RMP you can remember return type, method name, parameters. Return type is mandatory, method name is mandatory, parameters are optional, and if the method is having the return type, then the method has respect to numbers, integers, right? We'll see with respect to string values. String I am taking the method name, I am taking some full name, and then here I am passing two parameters. That parameters are string first name Okay, and then second one is I can take with string second name. Okay, from here to here, this is the scope of the block. This is the scope of the block. Now what I am doing is I'm concatenating string full name equal to string full name equal to what I will mention, first name plus second name. Okay, first name plus second name. Then what will happen? So we are joining two strings, and now okay fine. If the method has the return type, if the method has the data type, then the method has to return the same value, right? So the line should be the last line of the method block. This from here to here, this is the method block, right? From curly braces and curly braces, this is the scope of the method. This scope of the method return statement should be the last line of the method return, and then here it should mention full name. This is the thing I need to aware. This is the thing. Okay, now here the syntax you can mention here. We will write some logic. Okay, generally we will write some logic, and then after the logic it will contain the return type. It will contain the return type. So this is the syntax. Okay, okay, this is with respect to string, this is with respect to the integers, and we'll see with respect to boolean also. Boolean basically, if the data type it is having the boolean, then it has to return the boolean values either true or false, right? Now we can take some method name, like some age I am taking, and then here I am passing integer, some number, integer age or anything I am passing. Okay. Hmm? Uh, at adjust out. Okay. Now we are taking as the method name I am taking validate age, and then here I am taking if conditions. Okay, if condition, some age less than or equal to some 20, and then or you can mention with the age greater than 18. Okay, so like this I will pass some conditions. I will pass some conditions, and then if it will satisfy the condition, then it will return the some statement. We will pass some statement. If the condition is not satisfied, then we will mention the return statement here. Then we will mention the return statement. Okay, and the return statement should be in the format of boolean. In the format of boolean. Are you guys clear with my points? So this is with respect to integers, and this is with respect to string, and this is with respect to boolean. Okay. Also here one more thing is, so generally if you take any program, if you take any I can say any project, any real-time project, so methods basically we have the combinations. Okay, we have the total four. Okay, what are the total four combinations we'll see with. You guys aware of what does it mean by return type and what does it mean by parameters? Okay, what does it mean by parameters? If anyone will ask, like, could you please explain parameters, then what you will say? Generally parameters are the values which will give input to the method. Parameters are the values. Okay, parameters are the values which will give input to the method. Okay, so generally method combinations will have the total four combinations. Okay, the first combination is with the return type, and with the return type with the parameters. With the return type and with the parameters. Second one is with the return type without I can mention with return type and without parameters. Without parameters. Without parameters. Okay. Third one is without return type. Okay, without return type and with parameters. With parameters. And fourth one is without return type, without return type and without parameters. Without parameters. So these are the four combinations actually. Okay, if you take any project, these are the four combinations we have. These are the four combinations you have. So you guys already aware of what does it mean by data type, and then what does it mean by parameters. Parameters mean parameters are the values which will give input to the method. Okay, return type meaning, so if the method has the return type, then it has to return the same value. If the method don't want to return anything, then you can mention with void. Void as the return type. So void as the return type. If the method don't want to return anything, then you need to mention void as the return type. Void as the return type. Okay. So these are the four combinations actually. If you take any program, so total how four combinations? Huh? No, no, old 11 started. Okay. So basically four combinations actually will go with one by one. Normally, so all Java programs you can able to do with Notepad also. But we will use IDEs. Why? Because in Notepad, it will take a lot of time to develop the programs. So I will tell few of the points what will happen with Notepad. So all Java programs you can done. You can able to write with Notepad also. But what will happen generally if you go with the Notepad approach? So at the beginner level, Notepad is the best. Why? Because you can get the clarity, the syntax mistakes, and what does it mean by compilation errors. So compilation everywhere it will be happen, right? So in the real time also the source code files should be compiled. So there you will get the compilation errors. So without having any knowledge on the notepad, if you are trying directly working on in the IDE, then if any will you will get the compilation, you are might be confused in that areas, right? So at the beginner level, notepad is the recommended. Okay. So once you get the clarity on the notepad, then notepad will take lot of time to write the programs. Will take lot of time. It will take lot of time to write the programs. To write the programs. Okay. And then next point is, so in notepad, we don't have any suggestions actually. We don't have any automatic suggestions. Automatic suggestions. Okay, uh, we need to write everything manually. We need to write everything manually. We need to write everything manually. Are you guys clear with my point? Everything manually. And third point is, so we don't, it will notepad don't support debugging. Notepad don't support debugging. Support debugging. Okay, so these are the these are the drawbacks actually when you go with notepad. Not drawbacks, these are the some disadvantages actually. Okay, it will take lot of time, like it will take a lot of time in if you in the real time scenarios. If you go with this notepad approach, it will take lot of time actually. So that's why the second point is we don't have any automatic suggestions. We need to type everything in the manually. Okay, if you miss any any statement or any word also, you will get the compilation issues. So it will take a lot of time. And third one is debugging. As a programmer, debugging is very important actually. Okay, as a programmer, debugging is very important. In the notepad, no, don't support the debugging actually. It won't support debugging. These drawbacks, we will use the IDs. Due to those, how to overcome those drawbacks actually. So that's why we will use the IDs. What does it mean by ID? IDs meaning integrated development environment. integrated development environment. Okay, development environment. Okay, generally in the IT industries there are multiple IDs are there. So I will show you one website. You can come to the website and you can look for the editconfig.com. Edit, edit, editconfig.com. Editconfig.com. Editorconfig.com. You can open that website. So there, this is the website for whatever the IDs we are using in the IT industry. All the IDs are available. You can scroll down. You can scroll down. So if you see, these all are the IDs basically. Okay, Intel J, okay, JD Text Edit, Commando, Nova, Rider, uh, working copy. These all are IDs actually. So in the IT industries, currently they are using actually. Okay, Eclipse, brackets, okay, and NetBeans, Notepad. Okay, so these all are IDs currently. All IT people are using, right? IntelliJ, okay, Eclipse. So these are the IDs. These are the IDs. You can go to this editorconfig.org. There in this website, whatever the IDs they are currently in the they are using in the market, then you can able to see here. Okay. Now, why we are using the IDs basically? The first thing is it will save the developer time, right? It will save our time. It will save. It will save programmer's time. It will save programmer's time. Programmer's time. Okay, next point is it will give the automatic suggestions. It will provide automatic suggestions, meaning for example, if you are trying to look the specific word, then you can look specific word, and in the Eclipse the shortcut is control spacebar. With the shortcut control spacebar, shortcut control spacebar. So I can mention here control, control plus spacebar. So whenever you are looking for the like shortcut, you can press the control spacebar, then it will give the automatic suggestions. It will give the automatic suggestions. Okay, this is the very big advantage in the IDs. Okay, so specific word, if you are trying to look for the specific word, then immediately it will identify the related words, and then it will provide the suggestions. It will provide the suggestions. Okay, and the next point is it will support the debugging. It will support the debugging. So as a programmer, we are the responsible for debugging. It will support the debugging. Are you guys clear with my point now? As a programmer, we are the responsible debugging. What does it mean by debugging? So debugging basically, we can find out program lines execution. Okay, we can find out through the bugging program lines execution. Okay, how the method is working. So we can easy. Now we will do the debugging. So this is also very big advantage with the IDs. Okay, debugging, these are the three actually we can achieve three drawbacks by using the IDs. So that's where we will use the IDs. That's where we will use the IDs. So for the backend development, basically now all the companies they are working with IntelliJ and Eclipse, and so Visual Studio for actually front end people mostly will work, and back end people also will work. Okay, so in our case we will use these three IDs: IntelliJ, Eclipse, and Visual Studio. IntelliJ, Eclipse, and Visual Studio. Are you guys clear with my point? These three IDs we will use. Okay, now how to download the ID? How to download ID? So simply you can come to here, and then you can look for Eclipse download. So this is the these IDs are available in Chrome. So we can look for the Eclipse download, and then so you can look for the 2019 Eclipse. So 2019 Eclipse, and then look for the 2019 Eclipse, and click on the site, and then we go through it, and then so based on your system configuration, you can choose basically. Okay, first one, it will support both the core Java and the advanced Java also, meaning we can develop with uh, web applications also. So that's where, so in my case, my system configuration is the 64 operating system, right? So you need to download the 64 operating system. Okay, you can download 64 operating system. Okay, for these IDs, no need to set up any environment paths, everything. Okay, so which is in the format of zip file, right? Then what you will do, we need to zip format, meaning all the files are compressed format. We need to extract. It is downloading, which is in the zip feeding. All the files are in the compressed format. We need to unzip, meaning we need to extract all the files, and then only you can able to use the Eclipse. Then only you can use it to Eclipse. So it is taking some time. So parallelly we'll see the remaining topics. So this is the only thing. Core Java can all the programs, whatever the topics we have. So all the programs you can done with the Notepad only. You can able to done with the Notepad only. But why we are using IDs? Because if you go with the approach of Notepad, it will take a lot of time actually. Okay, so that's why all companies are they are working in the real time scenarios. We will use IDs only. Why? Because all the companies, every company, we will use IDs only. Why? Because it will save the programmer's time, and it will provide the automatic suggestions with shortcuts. So these shortcuts I am telling with respect to Eclipse, but with respect to IntelliJ and with respect to some other might be vary. Okay, and then third one is it will support debugging, but in case of we want debugging with the help of Notepad. Okay, so that's why we are using the IDs. That's why we are using the IDs. So these are the IDs, and then some website, whatever the IDs currently market they are using, you can go to that website and you can cross check there. Okay, so methods combination will go with first one by one. First one is with the return type with parameters, right? With the return type and with parameters. With the return type meaning the method has to return the something, right? So I'm taking the int as the return type, and then the method name. I would like to mention the method name. The method name is you can take the m1. I'm taking as the m1, and parameters. I'm taking int a, comma int b. So should I write like this? This is valid combination or invalid combination? According to the totally basically in the method scenarios, we need to understand the four combinations. What are the four combinations? With the return type, with the parameter, okay, with the return type, without parameter, without return type, with the parameter, without return type, without parameter. Now we are discussing about the first one with the return type and with the parameters. Now you can see I am taking the return type, and then I am passing some parameters. Okay, and from scope of this, I can mention scope of this method. Here you should take, I am doing int sum equal to a plus b, and then now what should I do? If the method has the return, then block of the last line should be the return statement. Return statement sum. Okay, I am saving. Last line should be the same. Okay, this is the thing. Are you guys clear with my point? So the same thing I will show you the programmatically also, then we'll get the clarity on it. I will show you both the Notepad and Eclipse. You can take any file. I'm taking this one. This is the last program, right? Okay. This is the main method. So this syntax already you guys aware of it. Okay. From here to here, this is the scope of the class, and from here to here, this is the scope of the method, right? Now we are discussing about the first one, which is so the first one we are discussing about the with the return type with the parameters, right? With the return type and with the parameters. So I am coming here and I am taking the first combination. The first combination is with the return type and with the parameter, with the parameters. Okay, with the parameters. Now we can come down, we can take int, and then the method name we can take m1. Okay, and then from here to here, this is the scope of the method. We can take this is the scope of the method, and then here you can pass the int a, and then comma int b. Now these are the parameters. Parameters are the values which you give input to the method. Okay, now what I do, sum equal to a plus b. You can write this statement in two ways. Okay, int sum a plus b. This is the method, right? So methods always should be the outside of the main method only. Okay, and now uh, this is the combination, right? Now if you see, the methods are basically divided into two types. This is the four combinations. After these four combinations, we have to aware methods are divided into divided into divided into divided into two parts actually. Methods are classified into two types. Okay. First one is instance method, and second one is the static methods. First one is the instance method, and the second one is the static methods. Second one is the static methods. Okay. So instance method is also called as object level methods. Already you guys aware of what does it mean by instance and what does it mean by static. Okay. If you listen the last class, if you attended the last class, you guys already aware of what does it mean by instance. Now here also the same scenario you are using. So JVM very close friend is the instance, and very close friends is the static, and normal friend is the instance. Here also the same principle. Here also we will apply. Okay, this is called object level methods. Object level methods. Object level methods, and this is called class level objects. Class level methods. Class level methods. Okay, now you guys observe what I will do in my program generally. Now this is the program, right? Here I am passing some statement, that is system.out.println. Okay, system.out.println, and then here I would like to mention some hello message. Now if I execute this file, then what should I get as the result? Are you guys clear with my point? So this one I will show you in the Eclipse, then you'll get the clarity on it. So how will you create the project after open your Eclipse? You can create the project like this. You can come, open new, where you have the Java project. You can click on the Java project. Okay, you can click on the Java project. So here I would like to mention some the name is some entity data, like that I am giving my project name as like that. Don't create. Okay, so entity data, and then you can come down SRC, and then you can click on the control and you will get the suggestions. Here you can take the package name, click on the package, and then finish. Package name also I am taking with respect to class name only. The package name you can take your wish. And the next thing is control N. So if you click on the control N, you will get the wizard box. Whatever you want, you can look for the I want class, right? I can select the class. Here I would like to give the name. My class name is demo demo.java. Okay, I'm mentioning with demo.java. Okay, my file has created. Now I'm taking with combinations, right? The first combination is I'm discussing with I would like to take the main method. So if I look for the main method, control spacebar, it is giving the suggestions. These many suggestions we have. So among those, I'm selecting this one. Okay, this is the best advantage we have in the IDs. Okay, this is the one method, right? This is the predefined method actually. Okay, predefined method and user defined method. Again, user defined method is categorized into two types. One is the instance method, second one is the static methods. Now we are discussing about the like combinations, right? Combinations I can mention with the return type and with the return type and with the parameter with the parameter. Okay, now I'm coming here. I'm mentioning with the method name is m1, and here I'm passing the parameters is int a and int b, and from here to here this is the scope of uh, why it is returning error, because if the method has the return type, so last line should be the return statement. Last line should be the return statement. Now I am coming here and I am mentioning into sum equal to a plus b, and then here I am taking the return statement. Okay, I can take the return statement. I am passing the sum value. Okay, I'm passing the sum value. Now you guys tell me, I here I am taking the sysout statement. Here I am taking the some hello message, and then I am saving this one. And then if I execute this one, then what should I get? I should print only hello, right? Are you guys following? I will get only hello. Why it is not printing this one? So JVM default behavior is it won't execute our custom methods. Okay, so that is node point. You can as make it as the node. So JVM will not execute. JVM will not execute our methods. Our methods. Okay, JVM execution. Our methods. Like you can mention with JVM execution start from main method only. Execution start from the main method. Main method only. Main method. JVM will not execute our methods by default. Will not execute. Will not execute our methods. Our methods meaning custom methods. Meaning our custom methods. Our custom methods will not execute our methods by default. By default. This point is clear, guys. So JVM start every program. JVM execute every program from the main method only. But by default, it won't execute our methods. So this is our custom method, right? This is our custom method. So it won't execute our custom method actually. JVM don't know this method. JVM will knows only one method, that is the main method. So if the JVM don't know how the JVM will call the our custom methods, no, it won't call. So by default, the JVM default property is the JVM by default it won't execute our custom. Tell to the JVM, hello JVM, I have written also one method. So please, can you please execute that method also? How will you tell which method is this one? This is the instance method, custom method, and again instance method, right? So how will you call the instance method? Instance method also called as object level methods. So we need to call create the object, then only can able to call the custom methods, right? Now we can come down and take new demo, and then can create the object got created in the heap memory, and then you can store this one in some reference variable. That reference variable name is you can mention the class as the demo. Okay, now I am taking the t, and then I am calling the m1 method. I'm calling the m1 method. Then it is asking some parameters. I'm giving 10, and then I'm mentioning some 20. Okay, I'm mentioning some 20. If you want to print out the statement, then you can mention this one in the sysout statement. The sysout statement shortcut is you can look for the sysout and the control spacebar. Then you will get the statement, and then you can save the file, and then you can run Java application. Now you are getting as the result. Now you are getting as the result. This is clear, guys. So by default, the JVM won't execute our custom program or our custom methods. Okay, we need to tell to the JVM. We need to tell to the JVM. Okay, this is the with respect to first combination. We'll see with the second combination. I can mention the second combination with with the return type, with the return type, and without parameters. Without parameters. Okay, we'll see. Uh, with the return type meaning you can take the return type int. Okay, I am taking some m2, and I'm not passing any parameters. Why? Because this is the combination number 2. Here only I am initializing some values, int c equal to some 20, and then int d equal to some 40. Here only inside method only I am initializing, and then if the method has the return type, then it has to return the last line. So this statement, instead of writing two lines, you can write in single line also. How will you write in single line? So instead of writing this statement, you can directly mention a plus b. That is also you can get the results. Okay, you can write like this. But this coding you can get some experience whenever you are practicing the programs. Then you can get. Okay. Now a plus b, and here also what I will mention, return C plus D. Okay, C plus D. Okay, we can mention like this. Now you can see here, I'm not taking any parameters. Inside the method only, I'm initializing the variables, and I am doing some operation, and I am returning. This is valid or invalid? This is the combination number 2. This is the combination number 2. Okay, and this method also by default it won't execute. So that's why we need to tell to the JVM. We need to tell to the JVM. So I will mention the same thing. I'm copying from the same statement, and then I'm come down, and here I'm replace with M2. Replace with M2, and here replace with M2. No need to pass the parameters. Just you can call the M2 method. That's enough. Okay. This is the combination number 2, and we have the third combination. The third combination is basically without return type. But I said the return type is mandatory, right? Then without return type, we'll see without return type and with parameters. Parameters. So I said whenever you are declaring the method signature, the return type is mandatory. But here in this statement, I am saying without return type meaning you should take the void as the return type. void as the return type. So that is the meaning of it. Okay. So the third combination is without return type and with parameters. Here you can take void as the return type, and then you can take the m3 as the method name. Okay, and with parameters. Here you can pass the parameters now, like int a, and you can mention some int b. Okay, and then we can int sum equal to a plus b, int sum equal to a plus b. Okay, and then here you can take the syssout statement and you can print syssout statement. You can pass sum, and here you can directly call the m3 method, which meaning d dot m3. You can call directly m3. Okay, here I would like to pass some values, that is the 30, and then I can pass some values, that is the 50. Are you guys clear with my point? This is the with respect to third. And we have the fourth combination. The fourth combination with without return type and without parameter, right? Without parameter. Okay, we can come down. Without return type meaning you should take the void. Okay, method name is m4 I'm taking. And without parameter meaning I'm not taking any parameters. And here only you can here only you can initialize the variable, the values with some into some 30, and then here only can initialize with into some 50. Okay, here only can mention with some equal to some a plus b, like this. Okay, I'm not taking any return type and I'm not taking any parameters. Okay, now you can mention, you can take the system statement and you can pass the sum. You can save this one and you can come down. You can come down, and then this one is m4, right? You can mention m4. So by default it won't execute this instance method. You can access by using the objects only. So I can save this file and I am using run as Java application. If you see, you are getting the values. You are getting the values. Okay, the point is, so the JVM execution start from the main method only, main method, and the JVM will not execute our methods by default. Okay, and then object level methods, object level, I can mention instance methods, we can access, or we can call, anything is valid. We can access, we can call, or we can invoke by using objects, okay. The second point is static methods. Static methods we can access, by using class names. Okay, now we can come here and we can take a more method also. We can declare with the static method, and then you can mention void m5. Okay, and then here we can pass some sysout statement. Here m4 meaning directly you can take here you can see, here I'm taking sysout statement, and here I'm passing some dummy message, that is the hello. How can I access this one? This is the static method, right? If it is the static method, then we can access directly by using the class name. If it is in the same file, we can directly call the directly method name also. Two options we have actually. Okay, we'll see with respect to class demo dot, the method name is the m5. Method name is the m5. Now, if I run this one, then I can get the result as, I can display the result in the console, right? And directly you can call m5 also. Why? Because which is in the same file, right? If the starting methods are in the same file, then you can directly access. That is the one way, and you can access the class name also. You can access the class name also. Now, can if I print this one, I can get the result. Okay. So today what you guys will do, you can try with four combinations. Okay, you can try with four combinations. And so methods topic is a very important. Okay, in the real time scenarios you can deal with methods deals with objects only. Okay, once you get the clarity on it, today we'll see methods deals with objects. Methods deals with objects. Objects. We'll see tomorrow session. So methods deals with the object is the one topic we have, and methods deals with arrays. Methods deals with arrays. These are the topics we will discuss. Once you get the clarity on this area, clarity on these four combinations, this is the basics actually. Whatever today we discuss, it is the basics actually. Once you get the clarity on the basics, then you can able to understand methods deals with the objects and method deals with the arrays. Okay, in the real time scenarios, methods deals with the object only. Java is the OOP language, right? That's why. So methods deals with the object only. Now today what you guys will do, these four combinations. These four combinations. Okay, you can download Eclipse. Why we are downloading Eclipse meaning? So if I go with no extend this one notepad, it will take a lot of time and you also might be confused. So that's why I'm using the node IDE. So parallelly it is also compiler we have. So compiler in the IDE. So compiler integrated with IDE. So in the normal in these programs we need to compile. We need to tell the compiler, we need to execute. But in case of IDEs, so compiler, it is already integrated with this one. Whenever you are writing the code parallelly, it is compiled and immediately it will throw the it will say to us like this is the syntax mistakes like that. Okay, so that's why we are using the IDs also. Okay, you can download the IDs and then you can take the four combinations and you can practice the four combinations and you can submit the assignment, and then after submitting the assignment only you can attend the tomorrow sessions. This is the basics. Okay, if you not understand the basics, you not understand this one and this one. Method deals with the object, we cannot able to understand, and method deals with the others also, we cannot understand. Okay, this is the basic part. Okay, please practice that one. You can do the assignment and you can share it. Okay.